Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning from wherever you are. And holy crap, I did not see this day coming. Welcome to a very, very special stream, all to do with Star Wars, or should I say Disney Investor Day 2020. Joining me is only one co host today, Cousin Cheeto. Now that means there'll be less swearing in this stream, and we
What
might
the
be able to get
fuck
a
you
few
talking
more.
about?
Well, that's that fuck then, isn't it?
Ah, fuck me.
It's a bit late here over here in the UK. It's 1:15 a.m. and that means Sam has gone to bed.
Yeah,
So it's
we're
just
fresh
me
off
and
the
Cousin
heels of
Cheeto.
our Star Trek Discovery review, which you can see on this channel after you watch this.
That's right. He literally went to bed straight after. So today was Disney Investor Day 2020. That's where all the capitalists gather in this COVID infested year and salivate over the prospect of their investment, giving them huge, sexy returns in the upcoming years. And I gotta say, it was a hell of a dump in terms of product just for Star Wars. Bear in mind, this is just Star Wars we're talking about here. There was dumps for like Indiana Jones and Willows and Marvel stuff as well. All the Marvel stuff. I don't think there are any surprises, but I haven't had a chance to see it. I literally woke up from a nap, saw on my YouTube feed that a bunch of shit had been dumped by Star Wars, by Disney, and it was just like, all right, let's just get a stream going. Let's talk about it. And here we are. So I'm gonna just go through what they've announced, and then we'll discuss each individual one, however long we want to. So they said there are 10 series that they dumped, both new and obviously season 3 of Mandalorian. Obi-Wan Kenobi, we know is coming. It's set. It takes place 10 years after the Empire fell. And also, Hayden Christensen is going to be playing Darth Vader in the series, which it's just going to be a guy in a suit. Yeah,
You said that it takes place 10 years after Empire?
after Return of the Jedi, after the Empire fell.
Oh, after the wait, so the Obi-Wan series is taking place 10 years after the Empire fell?
Oh no, sorry.
I'm like, wait a
After the
minute.
Empire came to power. Well caught there, Cheeto. My
I'm
bad.
like,
Sorry.
wait a minute. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like trippy and like all like taking place in the forest.
The astral planes of the
Yeah, all
Force.
astral plane. Yoda's gonna be there. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's just going to be one big cum fest of the Force powers. Sorry, it takes place 10 years after the fall of the Republic. Is more apt description there. And Hayden Christensen is tapped to play Darth Vader, so I'm guessing you're going to get a lot of out of suit moments in his meditation chamber, just so you can, get the actor can get his money's worth. I'm happy for Hayden Christensen to get some kind of return, but do I care? Yeah. We also got announced the one that everyone saw coming the minute they shoved her in, the Mandalorian, of course. Ahsoka Tano is going to get her own spin-off series. Gee, we never saw that coming. And of course, we know who she's going to be going after. I won't say anything here in case you lot aren't caught up with the Mandalorian, but I've just come here to see this stream, so I won't be posting any spoilers for that. We also got something that absolutely nobody in the world asked for, but it meets a diversity quota. So we're getting a Lando Calrissian series. Will it be young Lando? Will it be old Lando? Who cares? Honestly, who cares?
I want it to be young and old Lando, and they sit there and they just like talk about their conquests throughout the galaxy.
And all the pussy they fucked. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
it.
All their it's gonna be called the actual show's gonna be called Lando having sex with the galaxy.
That's it. Then we got the trailer for the animated series The Bad Batch, which it centers around just as Order 66 has finished and the Empire just rises. And I don't know what it's really about. It's just a bad batch of clone troopers that go rogue against the new Empire. I don't care. It's in the style of Clone Wars. I really don't care. Then, of course, we've got the spin-off series to Rogue One, the greatest Star Wars film ever made. Cassian Andor. Um, again, I mean, we'll talk about this a bit later. Now we got one that's actually very, very interesting. It is called The Acolyte. And let me just get my notes up here.
We have a couple comments. Do you want me to bring those up, or do we
Yeah,
want to
bring
wait?
the comments in. Bring them
All right.
in.
So Daniel B says that he can't wait.
Nice.
This idiot right here says
Oh,
morning, even though he just went to
douche.
bed. He said he's watching from bed, and he says the Lando series shows that they are stretching for ideas, which is not an inaccurate point.
It's yeah. We'll discuss that bit in a second. So, The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. Sounds
Okay.
interesting. Uh, a droid story, which is basically, I think, the various adventures of C3PO and R2D2. We had an
Oh,
animated cartoon of that in the 80s, and it was awesome. Rangers of the New Republic. Now, this is Patty Jenkins' film. She has been tasked to play this film.
so that's
Rangers,
a film. That's not a show.
it's a film, not a
Oh,
show. So obviously, this takes place, I think, obviously after around about the same time as a Mandalorian, because it is suggested that this Ahsoka and Mandalorian all tie together in some big event, apparently. And one of the most interesting ones is Star Wars Visions, which is standalone animated episodes exploring the world of Star Wars and the Force and whatever else. That one is exciting because when you're working with animation and standalone episodes, there's carte blanche there to just explore and do new things. So that's the dump we've had. So just to quickly recap: Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka Tano, Mandalorian Season 3, Lando, The Bad Batch, Andor, The Acolyte, A Droid Story, Rangers of the New Republic, and Visions. Cousin Cheeto, let's go to you. Okay, we've discussed previously about Obi-Wan Kenobi, so we don't really need to tread on repetitive grounds.
love you and McGregor. Not really excited about the show. There we go.
And there you go. Me, I'll take it either way. Don't get one, get one.
I
Just want
know.
to know you and great. Ahsoka Tano.
I don't care. I like Rosario Dawson. Do I like her well enough to like this character? Yeah, only because I like Rosario Dawson. But did her showing up on the Mandalorian make me like super excited for the series? Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
don't care about Ahsoka Tano at all.
But now I said I wasn't going to spoil the Mandalorian if you haven't seen it, but I have to. I will go about it in a roundabout way. The character that she was looking for is going to be the main focus, the main bad of the Ahsoka series.
So then, if that's the case, which I won't spoil it, but I am very interested now.
I
But
thought you would be
it
because
can't.
he's
But
one
it
of your
can't.
favorite characters.
Yeah, but it can't be a Moff Gideon type thing. It's got to be like it can't be a Moff Gideon thing. It's got to be like he's very present in the series. I don't want him to be like this, character that shows up once every 4 or 5 episodes for like 3 minutes. Like you got to see him enough to feel the menace. That's all I'm going
Yeah,
to say on it. I don't want to give away who it is or spoilers or anything. Zam, of course, is still not sleeping apparently. So he says Rangers of the New Republic sounds interesting, which we'll get to.
we'll get to that. Yeah.
And please give thumbs up. Get this small channel some follows. So Zam with the plug.
Thank you, Zam. Much appreciated, buddy. So obviously we've got Mandalorian season 3. Not much to go on that. And then we're on to Lando.
Lando, or it should be called Lando's having sex with the universe. I'm telling you,
Lando getting
Billy D.
busy.
Williams and Donald Glover, I would watch that just if it's them sitting around like at a bar just talking conquests. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, just talking about all the alien pussy that they fucked. That would be awesome. But that being said, it's obviously not going to be that. We don't know.
No.
It's more likely going to be Donald Glover. as young Lando, and I'm gonna say it. I don't give a shit. It is because he's one of the only few black guys in the universe, and Disney loves to do their diversity quotas, and that is the only reason he's getting a series. I hate to say it, but that's the sad truth. I don't really give a shit about Lando. I don't care about the series. It's a dumb idea. Moving on. Next, we get the Bad Batch.
I'm not a huge Clone Wars fan. I liked it well enough, but I didn't get through it all. It kind of came after my time and interest. Uh, I mean, it's also, you know, me and Jedis. Like, I'm kind of done with Jedis. I'm not big on Jedis, and I know Clone Wars does have its moments where it focuses less on Jedis and more on like the clone troopers and stuff. But it's not up separated. I mean, there's still all Jedi and Sith stuff going on there, and I just sometimes that's just I can't deal with it. Like too much
Well, you might
space
like the
magic
Bad
and
Batch
laser
because it
swords.
doesn't seem to have any Jedi's in it.
Well, we'll see. But I mean,
Right.
that's why I'm saying I never got involved in I never got involved in Clone Wars that much, just because it didn't really interest me. But I mean, maybe the Bad Batch will be different because you're right. But you know me, I like exploring other parts of the Star Wars universe that don't involve space magic and baby Yodas. So
Okay, fair enough. Then we have the Cassian Andor series, which is a prequel, obviously, to Rogue One, unless it survived the whole planetary explosion, in which case we have to question everything about who he is and what he is. Cheeto.
I like the idea of this movie, except for the title character. Not because I don't like Cassian Andor. I like Cassian Andor, but he died in Rogue One. I don't like the idea of going back and doing a prequel of it. I like the idea of having a character that is a part of the, as I said, it's another one of those avenues down the Star Wars universe that don't involve Jedi. I'd like the idea of seeing because one of the greatest things in Rogue One is that we got to see the darker side of the rebellion. They're not all cookie cutter good guys.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Cassian straight out murdered a dude,
Yeah.
because, and he did what he had to do. And that's kind of some of the stuff I want to see in this era, like just before A New Hope. So I just don't like the fact that we're going back with Cassian, only because he's dead, and I think his character arc made full swing in the movie. And going back and doing this is like a Black Widow move. It's like, oh, we killed this character, but everybody loves him. So, well, not everybody, but like a lot of people love him. So let's put him in this prequel and bring him back to life. And it's like, God, you guys got to stop doing that. So
Once again, it's a diversity quota thing. Hispanic or Latino actor. Of course, they're going to give him his own show yet again. I'm sorry, I know that sounds cynical, but that is just a sad truth with Disney. We really didn't need this. I love Rogue One. Like I said, it's my favorite Star Wars film to date.
ditto.
It's phenomenal. But are we going to get an Andor that we got in that film, Gareth Edwards' Andor, or are we going to get Disney's Andor, where he's a bit more soft, like they've done to the Mandalorian? I want to see like a ruthless Andor, somebody who's just like, no matter what, got to get everything done for the sake of the rebellion. Um, you know,
Agree.
yeah, let's see. The more we see of the show, I might get more interested or might be more disappointed. Again, I could take it or leave it, to be honest. It's only going to be a 12-episode show. It's not going to have any more episodes, apparently. So at least it's that. It's like a movie prequel. So at least it's that. Next, we move on to The Acolyte, one of the very, very more interesting sounding ones, which is a mystery thriller. I have to read this verbatim because otherwise I get lost. That will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. Now, this
500
is
years in the past.
so this This takes place in the past. So if you want to get to know about Disney's High Republic stuff, you're going to have to go read the comic books and the books that they're doing that are called the High Republic. So you can kind of get an idea of what's to come. So this one's one of the more interesting ones. This one thankfully takes us into the past and away from the New Republic and the Old Republic and all of that crap. And it takes us to the High Republic. I'm definitely interested for this. But I don't know. It just says it's a series. I'm not sure if it's animated or just a normal series. I'm hoping it's just a normal series. I'm very much looking forward to this. Thoughts, Cheeto?
I mean, yeah, if it's animated, I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling it, but I am really interested to see what they're, and I haven't read any of the High Republic stuff, comics, books, whatever they have of it. I haven't read any of it, so poo poo on me. But just like Jango Fett, I haven't read that extended lore. But it is interesting because I would like to see what the High Republic looks like with Disney. I know that they're talking about this High Republic, but that doesn't mean it's the Old Republic. So I think the High Republic is like 500 years and the Old Republic is 1,000. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know the Old
Sorry,
Republic.
when I said the old Republic, what I meant was the Republic during the Battle of Yavin era. Before that,
Oh,
the prequel Old Republic, because the New Republic was the First Order one.
yeah.
Uh, that,
I
but
know
then
there's so many republics. I don't even know anymore.
yeah, Hope the High Republic is not animated. I'm just going to read that. Bear with me, guys. It's titled. Let's just take this Sharon High Republic. The series comes from from Leslie Headland, a Russian doll. So that's very good. So I think it's a series. It's just a series, so it's not going to be animated. In which case, that's very interesting. If so, yeah, it takes us away from the goddamn Skywalker era.
Oh,
Which
please God, yes. I'm done with
we'll talk
Skywalker.
about that, yeah, in a second as we go down. So we've got that. Then we got a droid story. Past, we got it in the 80s. We've got a fantastic 3-season animated show, I think it was, which I absolutely loved because I was a kid. I would love anything with C3PO and R2D2 in it. But as an adult, I don't really care. Cheeto?
I didn't watch. I mean, I have like very vague memories of that C3PO R2D2 show. I'm one of those proponents of like every universe can have. If you have a whole universe, like I feel like you can have your own corners. If you want to have like a Teen Titans Go C3PO R2D2 type show, fine. I'm not going to watch it, but you know, you go right on ahead. But the only reason, well, I'm not even getting on that Teen Titans Go tangent, but I am a proponent of, that them doing the whole, the whole kids aspect and then Jedi aspect and then, then doing like, non-Jedi aspects. Cause you got a whole universe you can work with. And honestly, let's be real. I mean, let's be real. The C3PO and R2D2 are always there to pander to the kids anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if Jar Jar Binks showed up.
I wouldn't be surprised either. It is an animated adventure as well, so
It is definitely the Sith Lord himself will show up. Jar Jar
that's
Binks.
right. And Force Choke R2D2. So yeah, that's animated. That's definitely looks like to be geared towards kids. Fine, that's fine then. If it's geared towards like that market, whatever. Any Star Wars shit that's geared specifically towards kids, I'm not fussed. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be
Well,
an
here's the
arsehole.
thing. Don't try
No,
to
you
market.
can't have it.
Well, here's the thing. Don't try to market it to everybody. You know what I mean? Like make it for kids. Like and make it apparent it's for kids. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna watch it. But like, I mean, I'm not one of those like Star Wars fans. Like, I gotta watch everything Star Wars, and everything Star Wars has to please me. It's like,
exactly.
yeah, it's like, no, it's a kid's show. I'm not gonna watch it, but my kids
Exactly.
might watch it and they might enjoy it. So, yay.
Yeah, I mean, like, Clone Wars I didn't care for, but a lot of people loved it, and fair enough. It's not exclusive to us.
We
Uh,
are the fan base, Ginge.
we are the fan base. You
Fan
must
base of
appeal to
two.
me. And I want Twi'leks fucking each other with their tentacles. Okay, moving on. So then we have Rangers of the New Republic. Now, I'm excited for this because Patty Jenkins is attached. And it takes place after Return of the Jedi. So it's going to be, and it's supposed to tie in with the Mandalorian. So it's kind of interesting to see the kind of battling off the last remnants of the empire and things like that, and the kind of high energy that, though I hope we don't get the kind of Wonder Woman constant slow down cam shit. We don't need that. So thoughts on that, Cheeto?
Um. So wait, is this? See, I have not seen what. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but is it the? Is it the? Is it like a culmination movie where like the Mandalorian's gonna be? Well, like Din Djarin's gonna be there. Boba Fett's gonna be there. Oh God, please no. Like and some of these other characters are gonna show up, or is it like its own thing? Like we get new characters. Like if it's gonna be like an Avengers type thing with the Star Wars characters, like in these Disney Plus shows, I'm not on board. I like Mandalorian, but I don't want to see him in an ensemble film. Now,
Yeah, I know what you
like
mean. Well, I can't remember where I read it. Hang on.
this is why we do it live, everybody, so we can watch Ginger's ears steam.
That's right, because my brain is like poison. By the way, there's a new Indiana Jones coming, Zam. Just for you, like to know. Oh, might see Plagius the Wise in High Republic. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think that's way too back.
Did you ever hear the story of Plagueis, Darth Plagueis the Wise?
He once shot his load in my back, and it was awesome.
At that point, I was subservient to my master.
I can't remember where I read it. I read it somewhere that it's all going to culminate. It might. Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited for it because Patty Jenkins' thing. But if it all builds up to time with the Mandalorian and Ahsoka, I mean, maybe the New Republic, Rangers of the New Republic with Ahsoka find that someone.
And also, you can have
don't wanna spoil it.
Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian, like the Death. Is it the Death Watch? No, what's hers again? I can't remember Bo-Katan's Mandalorian. It's the ones with to take the helmets off.
Oh God, I can't remember. Night Watch.
Yeah, I think it's the Night Watch. I think you're
Night
right.
Watch or something. Yeah. Anyway, and then we have finally Visions, which is apparently a bunch of standalone animated episodes that are standalone, not tied to anything in particular. And that's all I know of it.
One of them better be Boba Fett now the Sarlacc pit.
Sorry?
One of them better be the canon reason for Boba Fett getting out of the Sarlacc pit.
Oh God, I don't need to know how he got out of the Sarlacc pit.
Oh, wait a minute. We already know. And if you watch our fan reaction on this channel, it's called Boba Fett. What is it? Something of the Dune Sea or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Beyond the Dune Sea or something like that.
That is the canon way Boba Fett got
That's
out.
how he got out of the Sarlacc pit with shitty lasers, and they shot a Jawa for no reason.
And we saw a butt cheek.
Now I need to know why they shot that Jawa. That's where Star Wars need to do a whole animated show of why the Jawa got shot. So yeah, Visions. I am a sucker for animation as long as it's good animation, not the Clone Wars kind of crap. I am a sucker for animated stuff that standard, especially if it's its own thing, standalone stuff, not tied to anything, because there's carte blanche. So Cheeto, thoughts?
I think it can be good. I mean, the individual episodes thing is fine. I think I don't know. I mean, if it's done as you said, if it's done well, then it can be great. It kind of reminds me of the original Clone Wars animated shorts that were aired on Cartoon Network back in the early 2000s. I don't remember who did them, but it was
mate, Tartakovsky.
Yeah,
phenomenal Tartakovsky. Those were better than the bloody prequel films.
So but that's what I'm like. As long as they're kind of like that, like I think it's good.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, did they say what era it's based on? If you said it, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Visions won't have an era in particular.
Okay, so we could go anywhere from the sequel trilogy to the prequel to the original to Zam's mom. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, somebody in the fanboy rage page put under my post, Lando, speak for yourself. I think somebody is actually excited to see a Lando series.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I'm just gonna insult him. Um,
I just love how you're like, I'm just going to insult him.
oh. Also weird to single out as being useless when Andor show is right there. How dare you? Wait, what? I never said it was useless. Anyway, moving on. Right. So overall, my thoughts are this: everything bar visions and the acolyte is still fucking tied to the Skywalker era. You have 10 new properties coming, and eight of them are tied to the Skywalker era.
And that's where the problem lies, in my
And
opinion.
yes, it is. It's the problem lies you're gonna fuck with the canon, you're gonna fuck something up along the way, and you just Disney just always lack the creative balls to go and do something completely new with a property that they fucking buy. You know, that's why I say Kevin Feige was a miracle that they got him, because if they didn't, everything would be bloody, I don't know, fucking Disney animals and Captain America.
The Captain America is writing a what are those wampas? What are those big old things?
Yeah, the Wampas.
Yeah, the wampas.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. So yes, it's a nice kind of surprise for Star Wars fans to get all this stuff, but honestly, the two things I'm excited about are just the two things that are I have the balls to be different. But like, I don't need droids. Rangers of the New Republic. Okay, fine, that can be exciting, but do we really need it? It's still tied around the Skywalker era. Andor again, don't really care. Lando, really don't fucking care for Lando at all. Ahsoka, we knew that was bloody coming. I'm sure a lot of Clone Wars fans are going to be happy with that. So, that's fine. You can let that slide because that's going to make a lot of people happy. Bad Batch, why? Obi-Wan Kenobi, again, take it or leave it. Happy to see you and McGregor back as in the title role, but it all depends what they do with it. Um,
I just feel what they did with like where Obi-Wan is at this time period, they're kind of boxed in a corner with it. Like, I mean, you can't, in my opinion, you can't do much with it. Like, if they were very ambiguous about where Obi-Wan was for the years between, the end of Sith and the beginning of A New Hope, like, but if he wasn't watching over Luke on the from the distance, I could see it, and that's not to say that he didn't do anything while he was out there in the desert, but the whole thing with the Obi-Wan is just like, I don't care about his adventures on Tatooine. I guess if he goes and does something else, uh then that's fine. But then again, it's like the Arrow thing where it's like he says he spent 5 years on an island, but then he was in like China and Russia and shit.
yeah, fans want Old Republic more, literally more than anything, but they don't want to do Old Republic because it's not their property. You know, even though
Well,
they
it's
own
not
the
their
property,
invention. Like they didn't
it's
make
not
it.
their invention. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They're like, no,
It's
we
not,
invented the High Republic era.
yeah,
Like, no, we want Old Republic. Come on.
yeah. Give us the Old Republic. Everyone's literally asking for it. I think this is just Kennedy trying to assert her fucking dominance and everything. Say, I'm going to give you what I want to give you, and
And
what
you're
we
gonna
want
love
to
it.
give you is diversity and quote, yeah, woke bollocks. It's like, okay, well, you're going to fucking bomb it hard if you go down that route. But
Maybe
the
she maybe
warning,
maybe she knows that her days are numbered though. Like when's her contract run out next year?
yeah, next year,
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like if we go into we're going into next year, I feel like this is kind of like her last ditch effort to keep her job, like to give what the fans want so that they stop harping on her about The Last Jedi and Solo and all these, and Rise of Skywalker,
Rise of
all of these
Skywalker.
missteps that everybody says she's had, which honestly she has had. The only things that have come out that have actually been widely received are things from Favreau and Filoni, which Favreau and Filoni, they need to be the Russo brothers of Star Wars.
I agree. I somewhat agree, as long as they don't do the writing though, because Favreau's writing is fucking really annoying me now. He's talking to us like we're idiots.
I'm
Of
an
that,
idiot.
that's a point. I bet you any money something goes wrong with Rangers of the New Republic. It's the only film that's slated so far, and I'll bet you $5 that something goes wrong there.
What do you mean
Because as
goes
we
wrong? Like,
know, huh?
what do you mean? Like something like the film will suck, or like it'll get scrapped?
Either the director will be fired, the film will get scrapped, or the film will suck. Because it's the only film slate. It's the only thing that Kennedy appears to be have the control of. Um, there, uh, there was, I think, Acolyte and um, Andor and Obi-Wan. I think have been given to Filoni and Favreau to run. I don't know if Ahsoka has or Ahsoka has, and one of the others hasn't. Um, So we know they're going to be in control of those, so that's good. But I hope somebody else writes them. Obi-Wan Kenobi should be interesting though, more so because Deborah Cho is going to be directing. At least that's the last time we heard she was directing. So I'm more excited to see what she does. Yeah, that's it really. I'm just disappointed that the majority of everything's still attached to the Skywalker era. When Star Wars fans will they're clamoring for new shit. Um, yeah.
I just
That,
feel they
that,
need
that's
to. I just feel they need to go past Episode 9 and just start building the
way
universe.
ahead. Yeah.
I don't know about way ahead, maybe like 5-10 years, but I mean, I feel like we need, like, I'm not even talking about like having like the 3 sequel characters in there either. I mean, just we need to build the universe at where it's at currently. Like after Episode 9, okay, we get it. The sequel trilogy was not the best. At least I didn't have as much of an issue of it, but a lot of people had a lot of issues with it. So it's like, okay, let's go forward. Honestly, I mean, they just need to. I mean, I don't think they should do an Episode 10, but I do believe that they need to do like something after Episode 9. It's like Star Trek. Like they can't go past Nemesis. Well, they did with Picard, but like that bombed too. So anyway, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, and after the fall of the thing is fine. But I'd rather they went like 100 years ahead, where there's the forces bollocks, the forces bollocks, where there's a good
It
balance of the
is.
force and there's chaos in the galaxy. There's no republic. There's no like main bads. It's just like scrambling for fucking everything and just chaos. And it'll
You
be
just
fun that
you just
way.
described Discovery season 3, just so you know.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. But I don't care enough about Star Trek to go and watch Discovery.
That's
But
okay.
good to know.
We still love you.
Thanks, babe. Babylon 5 though.
Oh yeah, Babylon 5. Gotta love
Oh
it.
yeah, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, okay, I think that's it. I think we've discussed everything we need to. No need to drag on. Yeah, that's it. So for anyone who might watch this later on, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For those watching now, thank you for joining us. Zam, thank you very much for your contribution in the comment section. And join us tomorrow is Friday. So we are going to be talking and reviewing Mandalorian episode 7, the
No,
greatest episode.
it's the Grogulorian. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. The Grogulorian. Tremendous, fantastic,
Tremendous show.
best show ever. Green motherfucker. So yeah, that'll be that. And then join us again for Saturday for our general discussion, which I'm pretty sure we're going to be bringing up
A shit
the
ton of stuff.
Disney investor stuff. To be honest, there's a shitload to talk about. Anyway, thank you all for joining us, and we'll